Hey, what's up, guys? Back here with another video. So today I want to talk about a topic about selling. So when it comes to selling and how to get the things that you want when it comes to the sales world, it doesn't matter if you're selling cars, if you're closing on homes, if you're selling door to door. For some people, that may be home remodeling. For other people, it may be pest control, and for other people, it may be power cleaning services, sorry, power washing services, cleaning services, whatever it is that you have. Okay. So, having worked over 23 different jobs by the time I was 30 years old and having a degree as well too in marketing, one thing that I could tell you, and we'll get more in another video, but the degree was a lot more helpful to me than any of the jobs were, simply because a lot of people say, oh, it's real life experience, but the degree will work your mind in a much different way than those jobs will. They'll be kind of monotonous a little bit and only work in one specific way. Whereas learning how to sell is an art form overall that could be applied to anything. So this is the number one thing, and I think it fully clicked when I was selling cars when I was 23. And it's worked pretty successful for me now. I work more now in sales where you don't really have to convince the customer as much for my side incomes. Like, I don't work here, but when I was working at PetSmart in college, I didn't have to convince a customer really to buy something unless they asked me a question, and I had to show them some reasoning, which is actually kind of useful in the world of sales as well too. But I don't have to convince customers or sell them on anything specific on the shelves. They just kind of go pick it up from the shelves and buy it. And that was a long time ago now. So anyway, point being is that so basically the keys to selling, these are going to be the core things that you're going to focus on. Okay. So number one, listen. Listen to the customer, hear what their needs are specifically, hear where they're coming from, and what they feel is best suited for them. Sometimes they want something a little bit more than what they're actually meant for. Sometimes they want something a little bit less. You can work with a little bit less, you can't work for above, okay? Especially in the world of selling cars. So listen to their needs completely, understand what it is that they want, pause, listen, and think, okay? 2 ears, 1 mouth, so you could listen more and talk less. Then after you hear that, after thinking, come up with something that you really believe that's going to be useful to their needs. Listen to them, sell them on what their needs are, explain to them why they need it, and don't sell them on something that they don't need. Don't be a sketch salesman like that, okay? There's lots of pretty girls and lots of shady guys that basically try to sell them stuff on something that they don't need just to put more money in their pockets. Don't be a scumbag. Live within the means that you get. Stop being greedy. And if you make less money, then I'm sorry, those are the life choices that you chose to be in that field. You're gonna have to live with a little bit less money. Okay? So I'm just here to break the absolute truth to you. So when it comes to actually selling, listen to the customer's needs, absorb everything, and then tailor a plan or specific product to be able to satisfy those specific needs and wants that they have. Okay, all sales basically is just listening to what the customer needs and explaining properly why you feel that this product would be best suited for those needs. And if you do that, you'll be successful with almost 100% of your sales. Nobody's 100% perfect. Things happen, but if somebody comes in and they say, "Hey, I need a family-sized SUV to carry my 4 kids. You have a little bit of a larger family. Well, how many trips do you do per year? And where specifically are you trying to go? Is it more for after-school kids activities? Is it more for traveling maybe across the country to meet family members, or maybe is it both? And then after they tell you what it is, say, hey, I have a few options for you over here. So the RAV4, the CRV, the HRV, one of the Lexus models that we have, one of the NX models, or the RX models that we have as well too, is something that I feel that would be appropriate for you. Why don't we go take a look around at those specific models? And if there's anything else that you feel on the lot that that catches your eye, that you want, that could, do the task that you need to do, then by all means we could look at that too. But I kind of want to narrow down some things, and if you like any of these, then we'll move forward from there. And then once they narrow that on down like that, let's say like the RAV4. Okay, well the RAV4 is a little bit spacious over here. It's at a good height so you can kind of see above all the other smaller cars. It keeps your kids well protected. It has window tints at the back. It's a bigger vehicle, so it's not going to get knocked off as easier. Then start going into more deeper specifics about that, okay? Or if you're selling, let's say, home remodeling. Well, our doors are brand new, but we need some new siding. Okay, that sounds great. So a few options here with the siding. And for the siding, given that your house is not cedar and it's just regular siding, these are the types that I would recommend with this type of insulation over here. So that's how you go about doing like that. So which do you feel that is best for you? Ask questions about them. What do you feel is best for you, and what is the purpose that you're trying to achieve when getting the specific product that can gear you towards the result that you want? Okay? All you have to do is listen to the customer and just simply adhere to those needs. And if they don't need it, don't sell them on it. Simple as that. Okay? So I'm going to be starting a new different role here. I'm not going to be in sales anymore, but a lot of it still applies there. Like when I was working in a role back in the day at basically a place that does spider vein and varicose vein removal. When people would call to schedule appointments, and then they'd have some questions, they'd be like, "Yeah, what is your like procedure here? Do you really think that this is like the best for me? Do I need it?" And like it wasn't necessarily a sales job, but it was like, yeah, you want to confirm it and make sure that you get the appointment so they don't back out. So you tell them like, yeah, this is our procedure over here. I want you to make sure, I want to make sure that you're comfortable with it. I want to make sure that you're not in any pain. That's the real thing. The best method is prevention, obviously, but sometimes things happen in life. So when they happen, we got to take care of it. Okay. Not everything is preventable. Most things are. And the key is after that, when you're done with this appointment, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Okay. You're in at the time that doctor was an extremely hardworking doctor. I really do look up to him. He's pretty awesome. But basically, I felt confident with the people higher above me that they'd be able to take care of the job to make sure that the client is happy and healthy overall. So just explain it to them. Just be like, hey, this is our, for that specific one, hey, this is our procedure. This is why this is going to help you. It's okay that it happened, but this is what you could do to make sure it doesn't hurt as much anymore. Spider veins don't hurt too much. Varicose veins hurt a lot. This is what you could do to make sure that these types of things don't hurt anymore and heal your body overall a little bit better. And then on top of that, when you get this procedure done, this is how it'll be done, and you'll be very comfortable through the whole process of it. You won't have any discomfort or pain after that. That's the whole goal of what we're trying to do. We'll nip this in the butt, and then we won't have any more issues and teach you how to prevent it later on. So just make sure the client wants to be understood. They want to be heard. And in sales, there's two types of people, two types of salesmen or saleswomen, doesn't matter. There's people who actually give a fuck and people who don't give a fuck. Be the person that gives a fuck, okay? Don't be an asshole. Pretend this is like your family. If you wouldn't do it for your mom or your kids, don't do it for them, okay? If you wouldn't do it for your dad or your brother or your son, don't do it for them, okay? If you wouldn't do it for your dogs, don't do it for someone else's dogs. I consider my dogs my kids too. So that's just the key of it. Don't be cringy when it comes to sales. Don't be trying to upsell this. Well, yeah, let's see if we can get you approved for the Corvette, even though you wanted the SXT. No, dude, just get them on the SXT. Make it nice and streamlined. You're going to want a repeat customer. You're going to want someone that's happy and treat people the way you want to be treated. If you do the right thing, money will just come. Okay, it sounds hard to understand. The people who don't understand that are so far gone that no matter what they do, they won't change their ways. But no matter what they do, they they'll never be treated uh, by the Lord. That no matter what they do, they won't get if they do the right thing. Sorry, that money will just come. They'll never get that concept. They'll never do the right thing, and money won't come their way. And even if a little bit does, they'll always be miserable their entire life. There's some rich folks who actually did that too, and they're miserable. They're absolutely miserable. We call them economy stimulators. They are people that are not meant here for any real purpose in their life. They're here to stimulate the economy, die, and go. That is it. I hate to say it, but that is the truth. Okay, so we'll see you guys in the next video. Feel free to check out all my other videos. I'm going to try to make an actual sales channel, so that way it's a little bit easier to kind of see these videos. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.